up, friends? Namaste. Good morning. My name is Stormy Calder. Welcome to I Am Woke. I'm going to take you through an Ascension Energy update for the month of November from the Akashic Records. I've got my trusty little cards here. I haven't done an oracle pull in a while, so we're going to do that and translate the energies for what is a very intense month, right? So we're going to jump right in. Quick announcements. As always, if you haven't checked out my cash infusion meditation yet, it is free. It will help you align to the energy of money, saturating that energy into receiving it in your auric field, so you can either find new opportunities or have money literally jump in your door. I've been doing this daily. It has been super helpful, and I've been getting tons of feedback for those of you that have gone through it that it works. Not that I was doubting it, but it's nice always to have evidence. So anyway, if you're looking to call a little more cash in your life, want to make it a little bit easier, I highly, highly recommend signing up for that free meditation. The link is the first link in the description below. Also, we are jumping into Money Recoded season, okay? This is my live program. I'm recoding and reprogramming your energy and your manifestation ability around money. Treating money like a soulmate. Understanding the dynamic energy of money that is not this, like, I don't know, evil entity that we have to chase down and put in cages, which are our bank accounts, as my guides like to say, the cages. But it's more like a collaborative, partnership-based, Venusian-based energy that we get to work with in partnership and with collaboration, where money becomes something that you don't have to chase. It just becomes something you become. It's something that you receive. It's something that works with you. It's an energy form in the quantum that comes to you, that brings you creative ideas, insights, inspiration, and literal cash. So we're going to be working with the sacred Kundalini energy that everyone carries in their body, that is the seat of the co-creation power with Source. And we're going to be doing this for 8 weeks, and we are totally going to recode your energetics, your mentality, your understanding of money, removing your previous ideas of money, how you were brought up with money, and resetting the standard to something that is helpful. Like, you know, I hear people say all the time, they're like, money's not good or bad, it's just neutral. And I'm like, whatever, that's what you think. I think money is a beautiful, wonderful, vibrant, healthy, feminine energy that wants to work with me and is actively looking to do so. I believe that it's good. I believe that when good people have money, they do good things. I believe that when good people have money, they do good things for themselves. They remove themselves out of difficult situations. They elevate the people around them, because money is a form of power, and we're going to be working with the subtle dynamics of how we handle or reject our own personal power, and then how we relate that power in exchange from the sacral chakra. Understanding our own personal value and self-worth. We're going to be going through this in the whole program to solidify your own understanding of your own value, how to command your value, how to negotiate a higher value because you understand it yourself, because money always comes through the hands of people. Money is about exchange. The energy of money is an energy of intimacy. How you handle emotional intimacy is how you're going to handle money. So I'm going to be teaching you about emotional intimacy through source consciousness, through bringing source into yourself, merging with your Kundalini energy, finding a really healthy way to channel that power, be with that power, acknowledge that power, and draw that power in from the place of attracting financial health and prosperity. That's what I got there. If that's of interest to you, that link is also in the description below. That is currently open for enrollment, and it's going to be a live program and be starting in the next couple of weeks. 8 weeks live with me. It's going to be incredible. Okay, what else do I have there? There's a promo code at checkout. It's moneyhoney, and that will give you the early bird discount. All right, so thank you, my friends. Those of you that are new, my name is Stormy. I am a psychic medium, a shaman, a diviner. I channel all of the things from Source. I'm a mediary, a spiritual mediary, like a priest or a priestess. And today we're going to unpack these November energies. They've been intense already. Okay, so I'm in the Akashic Records right now. I'm just going to tap into the channel, and I want to use the cards today to make it a little more grounded for me in the energy that I'm going to be translating. They're actually saying that's the first theme. I was going to say, if you guys want, you can take a nice deep breath with me. Anchor in, set a grounding cord from the base of your spine, your root chakra, all the way down to the center of Earth's core. Take any excess debris, tune into your body and feel where there is stress or tension. So right now, I've got a ton of tension in my neck. It's like, go to that tension point and massage it in yourself. When you massage, when you go into your body and create positive sensation, I'd say, around a tension point, it triggers your nervous system that it's actually safe to relax, and it begins to relax. It even doesn't necessarily matter the amount of pressure. It's just literally relieving it and signaling to your body it's okay to relax. That is, they're saying the first theme of November is, it's okay to relax. It's okay to pause. It's a lot of fast-paced, overwhelming energy. It's going to feel overwhelming to the nervous system, both the human nervous system and the spiritual nervous system. So take a moment right now to feel one of those tension points in your body and just give it a little love. And take a nice deep inhale in. You can hold it. And when you're ready, release. Take 2 more with me. Another nice deep inhale in. Inhale to that tension point in your body, bringing the breath to it. Hold at the top. Lift the energy up the spine. And release. And take one more inhale in. They're actually showing behind the ears, around the neck. Pull in the energy to those 2 tension points. Hold at the top. And when you're ready, release. And just acknowledge the debris in your arc field. So I'm just seeing a lot of dust, a lot of extra stuff that doesn't belong here. And consciously, that dust is showing itself to me as like a black dust. Take that and sweep it in a counterclockwise manner around your arc field, and then ground it out of the center, out of the grounding cord that we set in your spine. So just send it all the way down to earth, to the center of Earth's core. They're telling me this would be a really great, just basic grounding meditation to do every morning, maybe before you go to sleep as well, to cleanse your energy before you go into your astral travel at night. That November is so swept up. The energies are actually so intense that the Akashic Records, my guidance team, is saying you have to be very, very conscious of your self-care. You have to be very conscious of coming back to your center every day, every morning, every evening. They're saying the energies aren't going to let up. Like, I'm feeling like this level of, there's a ton of anger coming through the collective throat chakra. It's not going to let up. Like this is what would you guys refer to this as? It's like a bullet train, a freight train. There was a collective trauma from the election, and that trauma body is very present. It's almost like getting, I don't know, physically hurt, or like it's an emotional wounding pattern that is manifesting itself physically. So there needs to be a lot more attention this month specifically on daily rituals, daily routine, daily balance. What do you need to do to get into balance? Do you need to schedule a massage once a week? Do you need to increase your exercise? Do you need to start reading to engage your mind in a direction, and so it's not caught up in the negativity of what we're going to be surrounded with, that we are already surrounded with as a collective? Watch out for yourself. How do you feel on the day-to-day basis? What do you guys want to give me for, I mean, are there specifics? No specifics. It's more that you're paying attention to your breath. When your breath gets tight, when you hold your breath through the day, you're creating tension in your body. That tension in your body becomes, through repetition, an automatic point of tension that the body holds and doesn't ever let go. And they're saying if you can actually focus on the body and on the breath as opposed to the thoughts and what's going on, if you follow the breath and you follow the tension in your body, you will know what you need to breathe into and release. And it's as simple as, in the morning, consciously connecting to your body in meditation, feeling the point of tension, the greatest point of tension, and breathing your breath into that tension and asking it to relax. It is as good as journaling for 30 minutes, they're telling me. It is as good as calling, I was gonna say calling a therapist, don't hate me. They're just giving examples. It's like, it's as good as doing many different physical things. Just because it's a simple, easy practice does not mean it's highly effective. This is dealing with the somatics of the body. The body is processing trauma of the collective, as well as whatever the hell it is you're going on in your life, that is going on in your life. The body is processing it. And we can go through the mind linearly to try to find ways to process it through and emotionally. But honestly, the shortcut is, can you just work with your body? Because those points of tension, like breathing into your neck for a few minutes, bringing love, bringing your hands, loving with your hands into the points of tension, allowing your nervous system to release some tension, could quite literally open up income streams for you. Like, it is that directly related. Because the body, the mind is communicating to the body, asking for the chemical awareness or cocktail to know what the mind should be thinking. So if the body is in disharmony or is holding on to a lot of tension, it has a pH balance that's leaning more acidic. Whenever we have knots in our body, it's like all the, I don't know if it's lactic acid or what have you, but it's an acidic area of the body where the pH of the cells in that area are not balanced. Now, we can balance those things through physicality. You know, when you massage, the cells and the muscles like release the blood, whatever they were holding on to, and bring new blood to the area, which creates healing, new oxygen, and a release of that tension. This doesn't have to be specifically massage. They're more communicating the idea, the full concept of what's going to get you through the next 30 days, actually through the end of the year. Pause, breathe, center, pay attention to your body. Do not race at a pace that neglects your body. I don't know how else to say this, you guys. They're drilling it to me right now. They're like, please pay attention to the body. Pay attention to the body. Get out of the mind, come into the body. And you will, oh, okay. So if we go towards the election stuff, it's like the psychic field of the collective is so highly engaged, is so negative, that if you're trying to think your way out of your problems, you're just not going to get anywhere because there's so much resistance collectively. So if you can come into your body, you're acclimating back to your soul, back to yourself, understanding who you are without the mess of the chaos of the distractions of just other people's thoughts. That's it. Coming back to you. You can trust your body. All right. So they're telling me like theme number 2 is avoiding chaos and distraction. They're saying that's the big theme of the month. So first is breathe, second is avoid chaos and distraction. They're using that language on purpose because I started playing with it. I said, what do you mean avoid? That places on the negative as opposed to a positive. And they said, you have no idea just how much energy is being swept up into the collective fields to make everyone race. It's like a fast race to the bottom, race to feeling helpless and powerless. Avoid chaos, avoid distraction. Can you guys bring that, focus that in for me a little bit for my audience? If it looks chaotic, walk away. Don't ask questions. Don't try to explore it. Don't try to think about why people are doing things in a certain way. Don't reverse engineer people's thoughts. Keep your mind in your own mother effing business. They're like, just keep your eye on your own prize. You have to know your own priorities, and refocus on your priorities constantly, daily, because if you get caught up in the chaos, it's got so much energy, psychically, energetically, emotionally, that you're no longer going to be able to, they're saying feed yourself. You're going to be feeding the machine. And by feed yourself, it means, if you guys understand, like, I don't know, I'll take it to stars, gravity, gravitational pull, magnetism, certain ideas, certain concepts, like this election pattern is a huge gravitational pull. You could see it like a star in the universe. And once you get into the orbit energetically, it pulls you in and you can't exit anymore. You are now part of that ecosystem. And you don't really have much of a choice energetically, because your power transitioned into the power of the gravitational pull of the larger power body, the larger entity. So you really do want to stay in your own lane. What does that mean for you? Keeping your eye on your own prize and your own priorities. What are your top 3 priorities to get through the end of the year? And how can you align to those top 3 priorities every morning, every day? And they're saying 2 rules for this. 1, anything that looks like chaos, just say no. Do not get involved. They're having a hard rule, hard boundary. Don't ask questions. Don't enter. Do not enter. Okay, and then tell me about the distractions component. There are a lot of lower level entity energies that are just sweeping through the collective fields it's just like, it's very psychically available. It's actually harder to stay focused this month than it is to be in chaos. And that is intentionally designed by darker forces, because what they're doing, they're showing me that the attack collectively was they pulled the rug out from under the collective. If you can throw an entire collective of humans in resonance, we'll call that resonance, Americans. If you can throw the entire collective off balance, the one that throws the collective off balance is the one that holds the balance and the power and the structure over that collective. I hope that makes sense. So what they're in the process of doing right now is a sweep, okay? I've been doing a lot of martial arts training. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I got my ass kicked yesterday, and we were focusing on leg sweeps, and that's literally what they're bringing forward to me. It's like when you sweep someone's leg, like, you just take away all their power. If you can get someone off balance in just 1 or 2 areas, like, there's no effort, that person is going down, and now you're in a position of control. So what they're showing me is the dark entities, dark forces are in the middle of a process of sweep. You will not get swept into this. It's an automatic power redistribution. Like, when you get swept up into that energy, into the chaos and into the distraction, you're giving your power over, your spiritual power over, with or without your conscious permission. Think about it like a conflict, like a martial arts fight, except the dark entities are actually looking to kill. They're looking to take you out. They're looking to steal your power. So, okay, let's look more at that distraction point. If you can keep your nose out of chaos, and if you can say no to all distractions and maintain your body center, and these all should be pretty easy things. I'm just giving you the codes of awareness to get through the month. You will be able to maintain your sovereignty and your spiritual power so that you can navigate independently on the grids, in the matrix. The energies were a little bit more independent before. This election was an attack on the collective psyche, the collective emotional body, to group everyone, as many powerful people as they could, into helplessness, into victim states. And they're telling me, just don't trip into the booby traps. That's what they're showing. They keep showing me Indiana Jones. Like, don't trip into the booby traps, because then you're stuck in that chaotic maze of having to get out energetically. That's going to look like psychic attacks. It's going to look like depression. It's going to look like people turning on you and betrayals. Like, there are so many ways these energies will come around. So the way that you stay grounded is you be in your body, breathe in your body, live in your body, love your body. Even for you guys to know, like, just to give you a reference, so like the stream is 20 minutes. Like, I had a ton of tension in my neck, tons. And just through the breathing we did in the beginning and massaging this out for like 10 seconds, it's actually pretty much gone. That's how quickly we can move tension. And then that will allow me to do my work in a more easy way today. In a way that's aligned and creates more opportunity. It really, they're saying it really is that directly focused. If you want more material gain, material results, then focus on releasing tension in your body, telling yourself that relaxation is safe, which opens up your parasympathetic nervous system, which allows you to be able to read from your heart space, to read the opportunities that are present for you instead of analyzing the problems. There are two ways you can tackle focusing and growing your life, like changing your life. One is from analyzing problems, and the other one is from looking for opportunities, creating opportunities, working with opportunities. They're two different parts of your psyche, your mind, and your energy. If you can relax the body, you'll be able to tackle the position of opportunity. They're telling me distractions look like hate. I think what that means is they're like emotional distractions, because that came with an emotion. Be mindful of where you're sending your emotional energy. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there. You know what distractions are. Don't allow yourself to be distracted in any way, pretty much. Take the challenge. What do we need to know to create balance, stability, harmony, and opportunity through November? Balance, ease, harmony, and opportunity through November. Okay, we got the Queen, the Goddess, and the Mentor. I don't know if you guys saw the last video I posted on the energetics of the collective feminine, American feminines, and the election, but this is pretty much what's coming forward. Because we got the Queen, the Goddess, and the Mentor. This is about radiating the regal feminine, using your authority to protect others. The Goddess is the feminine expressed through wisdom, nature, life force, and sensuality. And the Mentor is passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. Okay, I'm going to show you these three cards, and then I'm going to tap into the records and ask them to unpack them for me. This is very feminine, feminine leadership. There's also a lot of red. This is a root chakra healing, a root chakra focus, red and orange, root and sacral chakra. So you're going to be very grounded through November. To maintain your stability, you have to stay in body, and it may not be comfortable because there's going to be a lot of conflict in the air. All right, so what do you guys want to say around balance and creating balance and harmony for the month? Queen, Goddess, Mentor. So it's about acknowledging and tapping into your own sovereign authority, and that authority comes in a number of different ways. Your authority through your sensuality, your ability to sense and feel your environment, your ability to sense and feel yourself and feel that separation of what is your energy and what is everyone else's energy outside of you. And sensuality helps with that. So it's like, how do I describe this? I'm just like moving with, if you kind of move your body with your sensual energy with just the intention to connect with and attach to your sensual energy, it'll sit with you. Now I've got it. This is the goddess archetype energy. It's the feminine projection of power, but it's not power over others. It's power through movement, power through intuition. Movement creates opportunity. Sensual understanding creates opportunity. It opens the quantum field for you. If you're having problems and you're stuck in your mind, shift your focus back into your body. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. Like, move with the body. Literally groove. I do this not just at home. I'll do this at coffee shops and stuff too, or I'll go to the bathroom and try to move the energy through. If you can start moving and wielding your sensual energy, and then use your mind, which is the queen, to support the goddess energy, to support the sensuality that you already carry in your body. She, the queen, the mind, again, regardless of your gender, will know how to support that energy, what mental decisions need to be made, what authority needs to be produced, how to navigate other humans, creating boundaries, what boundaries need to be created. Some of those boundaries are self-boundaries. They are self-control. They are self-respect. They are discipline. I'm not going to dodge that. I actually feel like that's another big theme that's coming through is you're dodging bullets this month. And they look like mental bullets. Get out of your mind, get into your body. Okay, now can you guys tell me a little bit about the mentor? As much as you can, shift your focus from needing, from taking from the collective or anyone around you to the position of giving. How can I share something that has worked for me or with me? How can I share some of my spiritual awakening by maybe sharing videos on YouTube with people that are interested or that you know and love? How can I share wisdom? How can I care less about what is a popular opinion? What has been... They're showing me like, they're like, it's like mastication. And they're showing the ideas that most of the collective and most of the leadership is chewing on all the same ideas and just regurgitating the same stuff. It's all the same. And what my guides here are saying is start to digest your own energy, move with your own energy, open your own opportunity, and share your own wisdom from a point of not minding or not caring about whether or not it's popular or whether or not you're going to gain validation or approval from those around you because it's not something that they already know or that they have already heard of or that is a popular opinion. It's really easy to be known and liked when you're regurgitating popular concepts. That's interesting they're bringing that through me because it's not something I really do. I'm always very focused on original thought, so that's where they're bringing us. Think originally. And you're going to think originally by first tuning into your body. Because your body's going to lead the way because the body is harnessing the soul current. And literally the amount that I've moved on this stream is moving so much tension. I can feel my entire body relaxing. It's worth doing as a daily practice. Okay, so what do we need to do to create more opportunity to feel more stable? What do we need to do to create more opportunity to feel more stable? Which deck do you want me to go to? More opportunity to feel more stable. Okay, the Liberator. Freeing yourself and others from out-modeled beliefs. Releasing negative thought patterns. I don't know what else to say. That's the theme of the stream. You're liberating yourself. You're breaking yourself free of the collective chains. I get you. Okay, those of you that like to track and follow with me on the metaphysical speak, the election essentially engaged a dark soul contract with the collective, and it's a collective slavery contract, especially for women. So, I don't want to go into that right now, but let's see. What's happening is you're breaking your consciousness now so you don't get automatically enrolled. Breaking consciousness. I'll explain this. What they're guiding us to is so that you don't get automatically enrolled into the dark collective soul contracts. And that those soul contracts have a magnetism and a gravitational pull. So if you feed into any of the chaos or distraction, you will get pulled automatically into the soul contract with the country, with the dark forces. So, you know, she's got her light. This is like her God seed consciousness. This is being held at the sacral chakra. Freeing yourself and others from outmodeled beliefs. So tapping into a new belief system that is more akin to the life and the country that you want to create. The life that you want to create in this country. I think it's a lot less about relying on external leadership and significantly more I'm relying on internal leadership. What are you doing every day? How are you sharing your own power? How are you leading others? How are you sharing your wisdom? How are you giving back? How are you removing chaos and distractions? And are you creating chaos and distractions for other people in your life? Because that's a whole nother aspect of this as well. And that's what I'm reading the shadow attributes. It says imposing your tyranny over others you claim to liberate. This is not about having power over others. It's about having your own power, accessing your own power, and then sharing internal wisdom from that place of detachment, of loving detachment, not getting swept up into group think, hive mind. That's what the sweep is energetically. It's like this larger overarching psychic attack has been to force the collective into a group think or hive mind. So I don't know, they're just describing that through. So it's about if you can maintain your own sovereignty and independence personally, professionally, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you won't get swept up into the group think, which means you'll have a ton of opportunity because the group think is going to go into one direction, which creates a lot of opportunity as the alternate force in the opposite direction. What does that mean? Well, if you've got a lot of humans in the collective that are thinking in terms of poverty, loss, victimization, it creates a lot of energy. And then that energy has its own gravitational pull, but there's always an equal and opposite and balance for energies. So when there's that much energy going to something so negative, it means there's a ton of energy for something so positive, but there's likely no competition. When there's a lot of big dark things going on, there's very little competition for the light. So it's like, if you can just get out of the dark and walk your ass over to the light, like you can make a lot of money. You can see a lot of opportunity. You can find a lot of creative solutions that other people need, and then you can offer those solutions, and that opens up new income streams or new opportunities for your jobs and your work. They're saying, so the themes for November, they're saying 1, restoration. Even if you don't feel like you've been on a hamster wheel because of the collective energetic environment, there is a certain amount of energetic stress that's being pressed onto our arc fields and energetic system that we're processing on behalf of the collective. So there is a restorative energy or a focus on being restorative, being in recovery for yourself. That's all body treatment work for the most part. Journaling, just really deep self-care, probably a couple of hours a day. I'm not going to beat around the bush around that. Could be an hour in the morning, an hour in the evening. If you don't have that time, I suggest making it. If you don't have time to balance yourself, then you have time to be unbalanced and be swept up by other people's energies. It's just, this is me gently saying, I don't even know how to describe this right now. It's like you know what? I'm going to tackle that too. This has also been so present for me. I think the collective fields are so wrought with conflict that like even I even have to a degree have had trouble translating the telepathic data into verbal communication. Anyone that has seen me over the last few weeks, like especially when I get triggered, like my nervous system has been responding with a fawn response. I'm just like blank. Like I got nothing. Like I don't know. There is a certain level of, let me look at this a little more. It's like there's so much conflict in the mind that if you're not also coming into your mental awareness from the place of being conflict based, that it is actually hard to translate the energy into verbal expression because there's so much conflict. So if I'm not going to do it because I do not want to, but if I tapped into the collective of that more conflict based energy, I can already feel it's giving me a ton of energy. The words are coming forward a little bit more. I can kind of see them. The energy is translating very differently. Now, because of who I am, I don't want that conflict energy anywhere near me or my body. So I'm in the intuitive, I'm in the sensual energy field. And because it's not conflict based, it's almost like the slate being wiped clean mentally. And that's what they're saying. Actually, it's really good. So if you're tripping over your words this much, like literally this month, if you're having trouble translating how you think, I'm literally stumbling. They're producing the energy for me. If you're having trouble communicating, not only is it okay, they're telling me it's actually the focus isn't on the external communication. The focus of all of us is on internally, how are we communicating? What are the automatic internal responses? And those aren't often mental responses. They could be telepathic. They're really like, what was that term I used the other day? Psycho-emotional. It's like where the energetic data translates immediately into the emotional body. Like it's just a feeling. It's just a vibe. It's just a sensation. It's not something that needs to be described as much as it's something to internalize and be like, I got a little comfort blanket with myself, and it's this feeling. And not everybody's going to understand that, but that's okay. Not just okay, that's actually what's building your internal strength, is your ability to remain in your sensual awareness. The sensual awareness is not logical awareness. They don't translate. By the way, I feel like I spend a lot of my time not explaining myself and a lot of time just looking at people and saying, I don't have an explanation for you. Like, give me an hour. Give me 30 minutes. Maybe I'll tell you what's going on. But right now, I just got feel. And sometimes I don't even have that many words to say. I'm just like, you're going to feel like you may not have the tools to tackle the needs of communication in your immediate environment. There's a split in the consciousness right now, not just of the planet, specifically with Americans, that there's this idea that is, if you can think the best thoughts and arrange them in the best way and have the most perfect rhetoric, that you win. So there's a lot of additional, there's just emphasis or magnetism around rhetoric. But rhetoric doesn't equal results. Rhetoric is not representational of the accuracy of the energy of any moment. Rhetoric is just a mind game. It's like taking a rat and placing them in a labyrinth with cheese in one little area, and the rhetoric is teaching that rat to find the cheese, and then when it finds the cheese, which is the external validation from anyone or anything, approval, right? That it gets the dopamine reward, and then it goes looking in another labyrinth for more cheese. And what Spirit is saying right now is, enough with the labyrinth. You're creating problems to have superiority over people around you. Even online, for those of you that have online platforms, like, you're creating the superiority through rhetoric. But rhetoric is not superior. That's what I'm being told. And actually what I believe. The mental body should not be stronger than the physical, the spiritual, or the emotional body. It is just a form of expression. There is extra emphasis on that form of expression right now, to the point where they are saying that most of you are creating mental prisons, or you are adopting the beliefs of other people's mental prisons, or you think that the way out of the labyrinth is to create another labyrinth. What is this? Fear. It's the fear-based matrix. So it's this idea that you can solve problems by analyzing the problem, by creating the problem to analyze the problem to solve the problem. I just said problem 3 times. Like, the focus is on the problem. The focus is not on solution. The focus is not, and even solution is part of a problem. So to group all that and throw it out in the trash. What are you really looking for? We're not looking for problems. I'm looking for opportunities. I'm looking for fun. I'm looking for a vibe. I'm looking to feel safe and secure in my body. I'm looking to feel emotionally satiated. These are things you guys should start thinking about, because if the rewards that you're looking for are all mental, then you will be stuck in a mental prison. What does that mean? Anxiety, addiction. It's a dopamine prison. So you have to get more dopamine in order to feel good. So whether that's coffee, whether it's cocaine, whether it's a religious high, whatever the thing is, you're going to have to chase to go find that dopamine hit, which takes you out of the seat of control. It takes you out of the seat of your own personal authority, and it places you in the seat of the reptilian mind. It actually degrades your spiritual energy automatically. The more focus you place on human rhetoric, the more focus you place on mental, they're saying agility, but I actually really appreciate mental agility. But can you clarify it a little more, you guys? They're just saying it's way overdeveloped, and everyone is trying to overdevelop it right now, and it's creating a system breakdown. Mental breakdowns. There will be mental breakdowns. The system is going to have a mental breakdown. What does that mean? I don't know. I'm just going to keep doing my sensual flow and just keep my nose out of it. And that's literally what they've been trying to train through the stream. Like, keep your nose out of it. It's a mental breakdown. It's a full system mental break, because it's overloaded, because it's creating more problems than opportunities. It's focused on criticism and analysis instead of right judgment, discernment. They're telling me the critical analysis needs to come from the solar plexus and the heart, not the mind. It's not a pro-con list. It's a how does this feel? Does this align with my personal values? What's my gut saying? What's my gut telling me? Do I have this conversation? Do I feel good about this? Do I want to hang out with this person? Do I want to go to this place? Do I want to do this thing? Do I want to engage in these belief systems? Do I want to continue doom scrolling on my Facebook feed? They're giving me so many different streams. I don't know if I'm going to pull them all through, because it'll take me another 30 minutes to unpack each message. Okay. Are there any, what else do we need to know right now to navigate appropriately? What does my audience specifically need to know? If you can tap into their energies and communicate directly to them. They're like, everything is going to be just fine. And they were showing me, they said, keep the telephone line open, Emelina, Stormy. When they say telephone line to me, it's a telepathic line, which tells me, it tells me, I'm going to read these after too, that you guys are communicating to me through the 5D. I'm not paying attention to the human telepathic connection down here. That shit drives me crazy. But my 5D self is communicating with all your 5D selves, and they're telling me that the communication lines are open. So whatever your 5D self needs is like communicating with mine, and I'm like, you got this. Like, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be just fine. We're in the middle of a storm. There's nothing pleasant about that. There just isn't. But every storm passes. Every storm has a center of balance. An oasis in the center of the storm, right? The calm in the center of the storm. You becoming the calm in the center of the storm. You becoming the calm and allowing the storm to be around you, not within you. I literally was just going to shout that out. I'm like, I haven't read all the comments, but Mark just jumped in. It's his birthday today. Send Mark some birthday vibes. We got our Scorpios in here. Happy birthday! Birthday stream. Okay. You guys, the spiders have been coming to me so much recently. Me and spiders used to have, I don't know, I used to duke it out with them. I'm very accepting of them now at this point. I actually adore them as a consciousness. So, wait, hold on. Say that to me again. You said everything's going to be just fine. They're telling me I just loosened, but Spirit works with me in very interesting ways. It's really not rhetoric-based or logical. Okay, so I'm going to explain to you the little baby logic I just got. Is the way that I navigated this entire 47-minute stream is in a way that went through the energetics between us, whoever's watching this, and I went through and massaged it. Just by you listening. I was like, release that tension, that's gonna be okay. Let that go, it's safe. Like, all right, we're here. So they just told me I just did a lot of energy work. So essentially this entire stream has just been to release the tension points in your mind. Yay, you guys. Okay, so the spider is about weaving your destiny. Depending on which side of this equation you're on, the spider can be the abuser, the abuser, right in the middle of the web, like waiting for a victim to come that it can wrap up and then eat. That's one way of seeing spider consciousness, the shadow archetype. That's what we are avoiding, by the way. The avoiding the chaos is avoiding being prey for this black widow in the center, right? Like, don't be launched today for the collective consciousness or whatever dark entity types there are. The spider also carries an amazing medicine because the spider represents your ability to be here now, be in your position of authority. Is this a black widow? I don't know, but it looks kind of like a black widow. Black widows are the queen, right? Like it's like adopting your regal authority and realizing that you're creating this web of consciousness. You're creating the web of energy. You don't have to go into someone else's gravitational pull. You can have your own gravitational pull, which involves you. Like, I mean, if we look at spiders, the spider had to create its web so that it can catch its food. But if this spider was focused on the spider next door, trying to rally with the other spider, and all the spiders rally together, they forget to build their mother effing web, they're not individually taken care of, and now they've got a lot of competition. And I don't know if you guys know, for black widows, I used to do lots of research on them because they're all over SoCal, and I'm fascinated by them. They take into account competitors. So like, you won't see a black widow, generally speaking, within 12 to 15 feet of another black widow. Like, they have territories. So they really don't believe in competition. They take out the competition. That's the point, is like, the Akashic records, my guides right now are saying, don't place yourself in competitive energetic fields or scenarios. Like, mind your own business, mind your own authority, mind your own home, mind your own physicality, mind your own The webs are being shown to me as the energetics of the mind. Like, how are you navigating your own mind? Keep it together. Don't be grouping yourself into groupthink. Spiders are about weaving destiny, creating your destiny, enrolling in your destiny contracts, being focused, having high levels of maneuverability, being very agile, creating the webs to pull in the opportunities that you need so that you can feed yourself. Dylan's got some master numbers jumping in. Ahead of this 11/11 portal gate. Do you guys want a ceremony from me? I've been trying to see if I have the energy to do it. We could do an 11/11 portal ceremony. You can let me know in the comments. You might feel a little sluggish too through the month because, like, even I've already had 2 cups of coffee and I'm exhausted. I've been doing a lot of body work, releasing the memory of conflict in my body, and man, it's just like making me tired. So you might be in a similar place. Now, let me just piece this together. What's going on here? Learning from other people's mistakes and other people's opinions. You don't have to do all this work yourself. You can literally look to the role models, people around you, see how they've fucked everything up in their life, and learn from it. That's me just being crass. Discern how happy these people around you are with their lives and what they are doing, and learn from them and choose not to do the things that they're doing. You can learn just as much from example of poor behavior as you can from example of well-modeled behavior, good behavior. For example, everything that I am is pretty much the opposite of how I grew up. Kindness was not something that was modeled in my environment, nor compassion, nor selfless love, nor love. And because I saw its opposite, the cobra is the teacher, right? Because I saw its opposite, I created those things in myself. That's a big opportunity right now for you guys. The opposite is present. Learn from the people in your environment. They're teaching you exactly what not to do. And go, I'm not going to do that, and then pick the opposite and do the opposite. The cobra is the teacher. It's the spiritual awareness. The cheetah came in right behind it, which is forward movement. This is the divine masculine. This is taking things into action immediately. Very little thought, lots of movement. Allow the momentum of your actions to build the track. Like if you're on a racetrack, it's almost like it's building the, oh my God, please give me some more human terms for this. It's building your own vortex to suck you in and pull you forward. It's building your own momentum. Instead of pre-planning the momentum and saying, I'm going to take this logical route and then allowing the momentum to be your mind, that's not what this is about. This is about creating momentum from action, less thought, more action, and trust the impulse, not from a place of being impulsive, but from learning from what people are doing around you, what not to do. It's actually just as effective to go, that's not working for you. And then choose to not do that for yourself, both professionally and personally. Those of you in business, that's a great tactic as well. Okay, what's going on with the zebra? Trusting higher guidance's ability to reach you through your creative impulse. Some of you might be traveling. This is the card of travel. That travel can be in the mind. It could be astral travel, dream travel. It could be physical travel. It could be traveling through relationship, and it could be traveling through time. These are time portals, time jumps. Collapsing the victim state of consciousness is a time jump. I don't think I'm going to go into that in depth, but that's something you can think about. Following your creative impulse, taking action on that creative impulse will teach you what you need to know and allow you to create the life that you want. Create your spider web, your destiny, attract what you need to eat, live, your money, all the things. Okay, let me look through the comments. Oh, wait, no, I love this deck. I want to pull one in here. Intuition. Okay, yeah, this is the card I pulled this morning as well for myself. The zebra and intuition are kind of the same for me too, because the zebra's got this rainbow third eye, and then we've got the third eye here. This has got a beetle. I think they're protection. So allow your intuition to lead and guide you without questioning it. Just do the freaking thing. Do whatever it says to do, my friends. And if you want to learn more on sensuality and intuition, Money Recoded is open for enrollment. And it is all about root chakra and sacral chakra healing and alignment work so that we can bring our spirituality into the real world, allowing our enlightenment practice to be harnessing our ideas, our visions, our prosperity, our spiritual energy, and then finding ways to bring it through our creativity, through our kundalini into the real world and actually create our reality materially. So very excited for it. Again, there's a code at checkout. It's moneyhoney that you can use. If you have any questions, send me an email at wearewokeaf@gmail.com and I will answer them. Hello, loves. Marisol, Dylan, Doug, Loflu, Mark, Jean. Yeah, you're so welcome. I'm so pleased to share with you. Okay, Dylan, it's felt both ways to me. Less downloads or epiphany connections, but upgraded vision. Almost like colored symbols. For example, I saw the symbol of the North Node is burnt orange. Oh, interesting. Yeah, my downloads have been coming through less mental. Well, they are mental, but they're really like sensations, and then I have to really unpack them. Doug, people really hating others this week, lashing out at their own neighbors, giving their own power away, not practicing discernment. You know, I'm sure. I'm trying to keep my nose out of it, but yeah, hatred is real, and it's so charged, and we just I don't know how to handle it. Just don't hate. Birthday stream. Yes, yes, yes. Happy birthday, Mark. We got some cool numbers. Dylan, Z drive is steering or navigation on a vessel that allows more complicated, yeah, allows better maneuverability. Oh, is that a thing? Over conventional. Is Z drive a thing? Is that something I should look up? Complicated steering. That I have to feel it. I can feel that the torque on that energy, that feels right. I don't know if I can mentally explain it. But yeah, that feels right. Oh my gosh. Okay. Lots of love, you guys. That's what I got. I'm gonna go get another coffee and massage myself into submission. That's what I got. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.